Let's go. Let's go. Qualifying. Everyone now has a good read of the weekend. Teams know what changes they need to make in the short period that they were allowed to make changes in after the sprint race and the main GP qualifying. Max's car was on stands. It has been a characteristic of sorts that Red Bull, if they struggle in the sprint qualifying and the sprint race, they end up in that short period between the sprint race and the main qualifying session. They manage to turn things around. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it works out for us. 30 seconds till Q1 starts. Cars are in the pit lane. Fans are ready. Um, just opening a couple of things. Right, qualifying starts in where is it? Three, two, and green light. Green light. Green light. Oh, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Teams know how their cars are performing in race trim. They they especially will know um, what areas they are lacking in terms of the car setting, um, in terms of where they are lacking in downforce and so, where they need to remap some of the battery deployments, let's say. They know the engine modes that they need to tweak around. Cadillac is the first one, the first car. Who's this? It's Valtteri. Cadillac was the first car to get out on track. Let's see what happens. Valtteri took pole in 2019 in the GP of 2019. All those years ago, man, with Merc. Since then, oh, it's been tricky for Merc. Since that 2021 season, since those new reg changes where we had all those porpoising and so going on. Who do we think takes pole? Who do we think takes pole? I think if Ferrari can hook up some decent laps, they will take pole. The thing is, if Ferrari can get on that front row, even if it's not pole, if it's just P2, even if it's just P2 for Ferrari, they have that advantage of the line that maybe they can hold off George for a long time tomorrow. Because if you run away earlier on, and let's say George gets under pressure from cars behind, you have a chance of building a gap to George. Tomorrow, no matter what happens, you are fighting for the lead. No matter which car you are fighting for the lead with George. George, I don't think he has been in a position where he has to overdrive the car. Kimi had to overdrive the car today. Kimi had to push for his life. Kimi. So it's gonna be a tough one. When George starts pushing in that car, it'll be a fair test of where George is as a driver, how 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 much exactly performance Toto Wolff is hiding in that silver arrow. It'll be a good thing. Spectacle. Spectacle is the word I'm looking for. When we find George pushing. George had to be creative today. He wasn't under crazy pressure. I knew once George got ahead, He was going to break free, although there was a time when Lewis was able to fight back early on today in the sprint. But overall, George just needs some clear air and he's gone. Max is on the lap. He's come out through turn two. He's keeping a wider line. He's not hugging the inside apex of turn two. Since the track does open up, so it's okay. You can get away with it. 24.8 for sector one max. The thing is, it's hard to tell with these cars nowadays whether they are pushing or they're doing an extra warm-up lap. It's hard to tell. Leclerc's gone purple in sector one, so he's probably gone 25 3 maybe. I think Max put in a 25.4 if I'm not wrong. I forgot what I just said. Benchmark right now is Colapinto, so everyone is being judged on Colapinto's lap. Colapinto put in a 135.9. Of course, the heavy hitters haven't set times yet. It's still the cars that got first out on track that set their times. Lewis is down on Colapinto's time though by 2 tenths. Let's see how Lewis's battery works out. In the first two sectors, Lewis is down on Colapinto by 2 tenths, so Lewis would be around 135, 136, 2 around there. Max goes pole, just beats Isaac Haja. Where's Charles? Charles coming out of 16, grabbing on the curb. Leclerc goes second, just a bit behind Max. Just a bit behind Max. Hamilton goes ahead of Colapinto, so he gained how many? He gained 3 tenths. He gained 3 tenths on Colapinto in that actually 4 tenths on Colapinto in that final sector. Dude, it's all about battery, man. It's all about battery, where you keep it, where you deploy it. Problem is you need to deploy battery where you're going to be clipping, where you're going to get super clipping. Because your top speed drops. You you're no longer going at 330 kph or whatever the speed is. Oscar coming through 16, just keeping it on the outer edge of the gravel. He's kept his cars within the white line. He goes fastest of all. He goes 5 tenths faster than Max. Exactly 5 tenths faster than Max. 133.99. Hulkenberg goes within a tenth of him. Within a tenth and a half of Oscar goes Nico Hulkenberg. Bortoletto coming up through 16. Keeps it tight. Doesn't run out. He goes third fastest. So it's Oscar, two Audis, McLaren, and Max. I would like for the count to be stopped right here. I'm just saying, stop the count right here. You get Oscar on pole, you get two Audis in 2 and 3, and you get Lando in fourth, Max in fifth. Oh, Lewis is just sliding over curbs, man. There's a comment about wind maybe increasing. So on the double left-handers of 8 and 9, I think. When you hug the inside of 8 and then you have to roll out to the outer edge of the track, the cars are just going over the track and drivers are having to counter steer. I don't know, it could be wind, it could be that throttle thing, man, with these batteries where you get to a certain point in that throttle lever movement where you just have engine power and then all of a sudden battery power also kicks in. Yeah, Lewis is saying the car feels good, but the car is just snapping under braking. There's also this thing that the rear end is not properly connecting with the whole vehicle. We saw the lockup of Lewis in FP1 yesterday. We saw Max suffer that rear lockup in qualifying of Australia. We saw Lance suffer that rear lockup in testing. Not sure exactly what's going on there. I'm not, again, not an expert, just a fan. But it's one of those. Now, Kimi Antonelli's opening up a lap. Kimi's opening up a lap into turn one, hugging the hugging the inside, going wide, hugging the inside of the late apex. Because it's such a long corner, you have two apexes in this corner. He stayed away from the apex of two on the inside and the outside apex of two. Now into turn six. Oh, he's just had. I don't know if he locked his tires or he had to snap. I'm not sure what happened with him, but he's gonna lose time over there. And then Russell just behind him sets the fastest first sector 24.2 by Russell. Sector 1 24.2. Kimi's gone purple sector 2. You expect Russell to take it back. It's going to be tight because Kimi has also set at 21.2 in the first sector. He set at 28 flat in sector 2. I'm waiting for George's time in sector 2. They're not showing his time in sector 2. They just showed this thing. They just showed George's delta to Hamilton because Hamilton is in the drop zone. He's on the verge of the drop zone. He's in 16th right now. So that's his benchmark to get out of the elimination drop zone. Kimi goes pole by almost 7 tenths. You'd expect George to go by 8 tenths, maybe 7.5. George over the line. Ooh, no. More or less a similar lap time. Interesting. Interesting. Similar lap time. So both the McLarens uh, go P1 and 2. Both of them around 7 tenths to Oscar in P3. Oscar in P3, 7 tenths behind. Fernando ringing that Aston Martin. Only gets it to P17. It's gonna be a tough year, man. If you're a Cadillac fan, if you're Aston Martin fan, it's gonna be a tough year. Just accept it from now. It's gonna be a tough one. Lewis is on a lap. They're not showing the sector times. They're showing his lap delta the to the next best car. So everyone is running a little tight on tires, especially soft tires. So for the heavy hitters, you need to save one set for Q3 because that's the one you're gonna get pole on. You need one for Q2 to get into Q3, and ideally you need a one set to get from Q1. Ideally to get from Q1 to Q2, and then you can have one set to, let's just say, mess around on. Hamilton goes third faster. He goes 2.5 tenths behind both both the McLarens in 1 and 2. Lando's on a lap. Lando's at 10th down in the first sector. Lando again not showing the sector time, showing the sector deltas. Lindlad having to box. We have an issue. Oh, the poor fella. Hopefully he gets back out. There's about 5 minutes and 50 seconds left. Hopefully Lindlad gets out again. Okay, picture in picture. Where's Lando? Lando's on the back straight. He's on the back straight heading into turn 14. Where's Lando right now? Lando is in P11. He's second and 1.5 tenths down. So this will be a faster lap from him. Let's see where he ends up. Yeah, Lando is 2 tenths and 700ths down. Oscar in the first two sectors is about 2 tenths and was it 800ths down. Leclerc goes fastest. Leclerc puts in a lap about a tenth faster than George. Oscar is heading into 10-14 out of 15, and then into 16. He's kept it clean on exit. Ooh, okay. So now Leclerc has got on pole, so everyone's judged on Leclerc's pole time. Lando is 3.5 tenths down, and Oscar is almost the full, what should I say? Almost the full uh, 3.5 tenths down, 4.5 tenths down, 4.5 tenths down. Haas is coming up over the line. Esteban goes 134 flat. And where does Ollie go? Ollie goes 133.7. The hashes have pace in them. Hashes have pace in them. Lindlad is coming out. Lindlad is showing outlap. So they managed to fix what it is. Williams, both of them in the drop zone, both Cadillacs and both Aston Martins in the drop zone. Very likely that those three constructors have both cars out. Very likely. Yeah, Lindlad Arvind has come out. He has come out. So everyone is on the track. Nico thinks he's safe. Nico is not on track. Bottas has pitted with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and a lap being around 134, let's just say, for the slower cars. 134. Yeah, so they're not coming out. Nico is not coming out. Both McLarens, both Ferraris, and both Mercedes are not coming out. They think they are safe. Max has to be out there. Max is in the drop zone. He's P15. Lindlad is P16. Haja is where is Haja? Haja is P14. Both Red Bulls need to be out there. Let's see if they have something. Max is opening up a lap now. He has to make this count. If this lap doesn't count, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight because he's only gonna have so much time left to get back. It'll be tight to start another lap. This one has to count for the kid. Under a minute 24 left. Max is wrestling. He's nearly matched Leclerc in the first sector. He's about 400s down on Leclerc. Sainz is going faster than Lindlad. Sainz is going faster than Lindlad. It looks a handful, I'll be honest. It looks a handful. He's having to fight it. Corrections, 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 corrections. Micro corrections. He almost had a snap in the long right hand of, what's it, 10-12? 10-13, I think. Heading into that final hairpin 10-14, Max after the back straight. It seems fine off board. It's on board when you can make the judgments. Yeah, oh, he's having to correct even on the exit curve. He goes fourth fastest still though. He goes fourth fastest, this kid. How did he ring that lap out? It seemed like he was struggling, constant micro corrections. Jeez, man. Max ringed it out. Max is safe, by the way. No matter what happens, Max is safe. Sainz comes through. Sainz is out of the drop zone. He's only P14 though. Lindlad in the drop zone comes out. He's P11. Gasly's taken the flag. He's safe, you would assume. Behrman's taken the flag. Stroll comes over the line. He stays in the drop zone. Alonso comes over the line. Alonso stays in the drop zone. Who else is next? Colapinto. Colapinto goes P9. He's going to Q2. Bortoleto goes P7. Sainz is back in the drop zone. Sainz is back into the drop zone. Bottas is on a lap though. Sainz, I think he's done with his lap. He has nothing left. Bottas, Albon, and Perez is also done. Perez is down in the drop zone. Both Cadillacs out. Both Astons out. Yeah, Bottas crossed the line, but he didn't have the pace in the first two sectors to get out. Albon has pitted. Now they're just showing he took the flag. At first they were showing he pitted. So it's not worked out. The same three constructors that went out in Q1 in Australia go out in what is this? Oh, Alex is not overly impressed with the car. I think that's it. I don't think anyone else has a lap on. I don't think anyone else has a lap on. I'm just waiting to see if something comes up. Nope, guess not. So both the Williams, Sainz and Albon are out. Both Aston's, Fernando and Stroll are out, and both Cadillacs are out. Um, who's in Cadillac? Bottas and Perez. I don't know what's going on with Aston, man. Adrian Newey keeps hinting at the fact that Honda sort of betrayed them. Honda didn't tell Adrian the truth, didn't tell Lawrence the truth about the engine team, because the most experienced people went away. I think Adrian gave us a number that around 30% of the original Honda PU team that gave Red Bull those PUs in the those couple of years ago, man, when Max was winning everything. Apparently, that team spread out. Some of them, after the partnership ended with Red Bull and Formula One, apparently some of them went on to build solar panels. Some of them stayed on with Red Bull because they needed the Honda IPs. So they needed Honda personnel to run the PU, even though Honda had exited. And while they were developing their own with the Ford powertrains. So Adrian Newey is in a tricky position, man. You can't really judge if what you have created for the car, what arrow steps you have taken, whether they are right or not, until you have a competitive car. I mean, you can get data, but if you don't have the engine pushing you forward, then what good is that data? You can't compare your engine performances with other engine performances when you are clearly being outrun, being outpowered. Ugh, Adrian's in a tricky position, man. And then also if I was Adrian, I would have taken that job of being team principal of Aston Martin under one condition, that you get to choose the drivers. You need to drop Lance. Aston Martin needs to drop Lance, period. That guy is not even an average driver. You spend such a long time in the sport, you eventually get, used to it. You put up some performances, but that guy is not doing it, man. That guy needs to be sacked. Problem is, Lawrence owns the team, and Lawrence is Lance's dad, so daddy's money to the rescue. Um, I think Alpine were under investigation prior to the beginning of the sprint for an unsafe release. I haven't heard anything on that. Uh, any other news that I can think of? Not really. Not really. Has it cut? Has it cut? What's going on? I think we are okay. Yeah, we're okay. I just got a message saying that disconnected. Finally get the reconnection message. So live is good. Yeah, I was saying if anyone has any questions regarding the Formula One regs or how the sessions play out or anything, do go ahead and drop them either in the comment box, live chat, or wherever. And and Q2, not SQ2, and Q2 is a go. Green light on Q in Q2. I was saying, it's a tricky situation tire wise. You need to save, let's just say, two new sets. Ideally, you would save a new hard and a new medium for the race. For the race, and then in qualifying, you need, I would say, three sets of new softs, and then in the sprint race, you used up your mediums, and then everyone pitted for a soft as well. And then in qualifying, you used up a medium set, and I think it's in Q3, people used mediums, and then you used up two sets in FP1 as well. So it's a big tire battle. I thought there was hints that maybe teams would be running the mediums in Q1 to get out of Q1. But I think there was two cars. They put one or two laps on the medium, and then they pitted for softs, I think. Right, Kimi is on a lap. Kimi is opening up a lap. Let's see what Kimi can do. Kimi has gone early. No further investigation for Bortolato and Hedger impeding. Not sure I saw the graphic pop up that there was an investigation going on in the first place. Oh, he's looking good. He's looking good. 24-1 for Sector 1. Fastest for this session. Georgie goes 24 flat. George is just hundredths of a second ahead of Kimi in Sector 1. Sector 2, Kimi looks tidy. Car in the racing line, awkward. That was awkward. 52 flat in Sector 2. So that would be 27.8. It just popped up. 27.8 in Sector 2 for Kimi. George doesn't go purple in Sector 2. George doesn't go purple in Sector 2. Charles goes purple in Sector 2. He's put in a 52 flat. That's involving both sectors. He's put in a 27.8 as well. Again, hundreds of a second faster. Kimi to the line. Kept clean on the exit to the line. 32.9. 32.9 and a half. George to the line. 32. What did he put? 32.5. George is ahead by about 5 tenths, man. George is ahead by about 5 tenths. Leclerc to the line. He's 3 tenths down on George. Hamilton's gone purple in sector 2. Hamilton is clean on exit to the line. He's 3 tenths down. Who else is to the line? Isaac is struggling. Isaac is struggling. Fighting that car. Fighting that car. Keeps it clean on exit of 16. He's 8 tenths down. Isaac has it. So Russell is a 32.5. Hamilton 32.8. Leclerc also 32.8-ish, 9-ish. And then Kimi's about he's how many? 4 tenths down. 4 tenths and 200s down. Oscar is way, way down. Norris and Oscar are way, way down. Norris is 7.5 tenths down. Oscar is 8.5 tenths down. Verstappen to the line. He goes P5, 6.5 tenths down on George. Where does Nico go? Nico had good pace. Hulkenberg goes 8.5 tenths down. George is the benchmark, man. I want to see George being put under pressure. I want to see wheel to wheel racing. We're heading into a heavy braking zone. It's not about who had battery to overtake earlier in the straight. We're heading into the braking zone. You're neck and neck, and it's whoever brakes the latest makes the corner. Oof. Ollie Behrman's gone just behind Max. Ollie's in sixth. These are the first runs, by the way, of Q2. Gabby through 16 on exit keeps it clean. Everyone's kept it clean today on the exit of 16. No one's gone into the gravel. No one's kicked gravel back on the racing line. They have been sliding on the curb, and that has been bringing up a lot of dust. Like what just happened with Lindlad wrestling the car on the curb. 33.7 for Lindlad. Where is he? He's second and 2 tenths down on George, but most importantly, he's in the drop zone. He's 12th, Arvind Lindlad. Ocon is about a second down, and he's the first car in the drop zone. So that means Nico Hulkenberg's time is the benchmark. Gasly coming through 15, through 16. He's kept it clean. Yeah, he's kept it clean. Where does he go? Gasly goes 8th. It means Hulkenberg is out of the top 10. You need to be in the top 10 if you want to go to Q3 now. The slowest 6 cars are eliminated in this session. PS3 is there, man. He's there in the drop zone. PS3 and Hulkenberg's times were very similar. Lawson comes to the line. Lawson only goes 14th. Ooh, could this be could this be a difficult session for the Racing Bulls? Are they going to struggle? Seems so. Seems so. Right, all the cars are back in the pits. It's that lull that we have between the qualifying session, or should I say in the qualifying session, when everyone puts up their benchmarks and then everyone goes back into the pits to get new tires, to get some fuel put in, and to also read some data on where they're gaining time, where they are losing time. So, Crafty was saying in the last 8 years, whoever has won the Chinese GP, except for Australians, you go on to win the championship. There was also that thing that when we used to open the season in Bahrain, um, uh, if you won the opening race in Bahrain, you were gonna win the championship. There's a whole lot of superstition, man. That's the beauty of sports. There's a whole lot of superstition, but you don't know if things worked out because of the superstition or if it was just luck. It was pure luck sometimes. Hamilton seems faster than Leclerc. I will say that. Yesterday I tipped Leclerc to be faster than Hamilton, but I've been proven wrong. Um, I'd been proven wrong in the weekend so far. Hamilton seems to have the pace over Leclerc. Right, 6 minutes to go. T minus 6 minutes to go in the session. Who's this? Lando? Oscar. This is Oscar. Oscar is out on the track. It's hard to tell at first on whose helmet it is because Lando's is completely green, but Oscar, like just here in the middle of his head, he's put in like a green paint on the helmet. So whenever I just see green or that that bright shiny yellow type, I just think that it's Lando. It turns out it's Oscar. Boy, oh boy. Oscar through 16. He's gonna be opening up a lap now. 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. He's opening up a lap, is he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's pushing. He's clean. He's clean. Oh, corrections mid corner, mid turn one. He's having corrections. He's fighting the car. Exit of two as well. He's fighting the car. In those long sweeping corners, it seems like everyone is fighting the cars in general. Into turn six, it's not a chicane. It's what? Not even a hairpin. It's just a corner, let's say. He's having I don't know if it's snaps or what he's doing, but he's having to correct a lot. He's having to correct a lot, Oscar. Now we're going off board, so it'll be harder to tell. So through this would be 13, the long right hander onto the back straight. Leclerc's gone purple 1 and 2. Leclerc's gone purple 1 and 2. Oscar going hard on the brakes, not locking up, just just hanging around the apex, not exactly kissing it. Keeping keeping the fastest line he can to the next corner out of 16 to the line, no gravel being kicked up. Where does he go? He goes 131.1. That puts him 6 tenths. He's still 6 tenths down on George. Leclerc coming through. Leclerc goes fastest. Hamilton coming through. Hamilton goes just less than a tenth. Covers the top three. Leclerc leads the top three right now. 132.486. Norris to the line. He goes 133. Seemed a 133 flat. A tenth covers the top three cars. Leclerc put in a 132.486. Russell's previous banker lap still standing, and Hamilton also just finished a second lap. So Hamilton found pace. Kimi still about four and a half, 5 tenths down on Leclerc's time. Kimi is just opening a lap now. Kimi is just opening a lap. Who are we even following? There's like 5 cars. Okay, we're following Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg needs to get out of the bottom 10. Who's it? Isaac Hadja is the car in the drop zone. Hulkenberg is going faster than Hadja, that's for sure. Hulkenberg pushing down the back straight. Does he have traffic? Just about. Keeps it clean. Hulkenberg. Okay, the Alpine stays out of his way. That was what I was wondering. Ooh, he scraped his bottom quite a lot. Oh, almost the same time. Almost the same time. Nico Hulkenberg and Isaac Haja. Antonelli purple and green, purple sector 2 to the line, he goes fastest. He goes fastest. So I was saying, uh, Hulkenberg finished within 2000s of Isaac Hadj's time. Hadj coming to the line now. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. He's a second slower. So I was saying, what's his name? Kimi Antonelli in the middle of all this has just gone tops. There's a yellow flag. Double yellow. Bortoleto has stopped. Lindblad. Oh no. Oh, Lindblad's lap went away. Bortoleto was going in the pits and he spun. He spun. Arvid Lindblad. Unfortunate for the kid. He caught the double yellows, man. The kid on the end of his lap, and then that yellow has cleared. He managed to dig himself out of the dirt. Gabby Bortoleto. Checkered flag is waving. Ollie Behrman took the flag in P9. Gasly now next. Gasly goes P5. Oscar to the line. Oscar stays eighth. Oscar stays eighth. Franco Colapinto. Oh, Franco also just missed out. If dude, Isaac Haja, Hulkenberg, and Franco Colapinto are within 0.005 of each other. Norris to the line. Norris should be safe. He's in P6. Yeah, he's in P6. It's fine. I was saying Franco Colapinto for 5 thousandths of a second just missed out on a Q3. It's like the wing is broken. Prepare. George saying that the front wing may be broken. Front wing may be broken for George Russell. A replay on Gabby Bortoleto. What happened with him? Oh, that is a rough ride for Gabby. He wasn't looking to go into the pits. He was completing a push lap. He was completing his push lap, and the kid ended up. I don't know if so. The final corner is a left-hander, right? So you need to go as far wide as you can on the right. And maybe he dipped a tire over the curb. I think he put both tires on the curb. Okay, here's the replay. Yeah, both the tires on the right side are on the curb. So when you uh, press the brakes, you unsettle the car because of the bumps of the curb. Maybe that unsettled his car, and then that just sent him spinning. That just sent him spinning. Where's Gabby? Gabby is P16. So we are done with what's it called? We are done with Q. This should be Q2. The slowest cars. This is Gabby in 16th. Both the Racing Bulls, both the Toro Rossos in 14th and 15th. Ocon in 13th. Franco Colapinto in 12th. Nico Hulkenberg in 11th. And Isaac Haja by the skin of his teeth, by 500 hundredths of a second, just managed to uh, pipe ahead and finish in the top 10. I think with Nico it was even close with what's his name? Uh, with Franco it's 0.005. With Nico I think it was 0.002. I think that is the time difference between these guys. Why has everything just closed up? Dude, Isaac is. They probably changed a lot on his car as well. as well as Max's car. Max is finding some pace. He's not going to be challenging for pole, I don't think, but he he is, let's just say, fourth fastest, fifth fastest, sixth fastest, somewhere there thereabouts in qualifying. I don't know about race pace. They changed a lot, man. After the sprint race, right? Teams that have not done well, teams that are on the back foot, they tend to change the car and turn it inside out. If they went a certain way, uh, direction wise, if they took a certain direction to set the car up for the sprint quali, then they end up changing up and going in a whole new direction for qualifying in the main race. So they a front wing, front nose is being replaced for George Russell. Yeah, they're putting on a new one. They're giving George a new piece. I was saying Max, I don't know. He did put on the softs, I think, but he's still lacking pace. Q3 now you don't have as much traffic. You know, you've lost 12 cars from the grid. It's only 10 that need to share track space. So let's see. Let's see. It's gonna be a tough weekend for us. I think we need to we need to accept that in seasons like 23, 22, a lot of 24, and to an extent 25 as well, when we used to have a car that could work at all tracks. That is not necessarily the case this time around. Um, our car might not be suited for all of the tracks this year this year round. Let's see how things pan out. It's going to be an interesting one because we have the whole leadership change. Uh, Laura McKee's He's taken over from Christian. Marco Helmut is gone. Adrian is gone. We had, I think it was the chief design officer or someone that left Red Bull with immediate effect in Feb. A whole lot of people are leaving Red Bull, and those guys are tenured guys, most of them that have left. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how Laura McKee's uh, covers all this. Q3 is a go. Q3 is a go. Cars are on track. Cars are on track. So in the slow speeds corners, the Ferraris are quicker than George, than only Behrman, surprisingly, and Kimi is the fifth fastest car in the slow speeds. George is parked up. What's going on with George? George has parked up on the track, saying no battery, saying he's got a lot of locking. George is not taking pole. What's going on? George is not taking pole, really? His lights are flashing. Lights are flashing on George's dash, but does he have power in the car? He's getting out. No, no, he's got it going. He's got it going. He's not getting it up. He's not getting out. He's got it going. That guy is limping. He's in limp home mode. George is in limp home mode. He's he's not changing gears. He's doing rounds in one gear, in two gears maybe. Another radio. I cannot shift gears. He can't shift gears. It's stuck in first. That's gonna be a long ride for George, man. With 11 minutes to go, it's gonna be a long uh, ride for George to go back into the pits, get things fixed. George might only get one lap in, maybe, depending on how big of a problem it is. Kimi's on a lap. He's gone purple sector one. Kimi's gonna get pole, man. Kimi's gonna get pole if George doesn't get back out. Oh boy, oh boy. They all in touching distance of each other. They're all in touching distance of each other. Kimi, Charles, and I think Lewis is also on a lap. They haven't shown Lewis's times on the main feed, but I think Lewis is also on a lap. They're all within touching distance. Kimi powering down the straight. Hamilton's lost half a second in, I think, sector two. Lewis, I think, is out of contention in the opening laps. Kimi out of 16, opens the wing to the line. 32, 132.32. 132.32. I'm saying it to two decimal places. Here comes Leclerc. Where does Charles go? Keeps it tight on the exit. 132.62. Three tenths. Where does Hamilton go? He was 5 tenths down by sector two. Where does he go? He's 7 tenths down. 7 tenths down. He lost 2 tenths in sector three. Oof. George, still the P sign has not come out. Not sure if he's finally he's come on. I was like, he should have made it to the pits by now. Finally, he's made it into the pits. George has about so it's 8 minutes 50 left. Let's just say another 30 seconds to get in. Let's say he has 8.5 minutes to get back out. Let's say it takes 5 minutes, so 3 minutes 50. If you're George, by the time that clock gets to around the 2 minute mark, you would want to be ready to get out. And ideally, you'd want to be on the track by the two minute mark. You'd want to be out on the track by the 2 minute mark. Lewis was just fighting the car, man. They were just showing the replay. He was fighting the car through and through on the curbs. Kimi is in provisional pole. Leclerc is 3 tenths down. Lewis is 7 tenths down. Gasly is the next car on a lap coming to the line. Through turn 16, takes it cautiously. It felt cautiously. Sure, he was pushing. No, it was cautiously. He's 1 second and seven tenths down. Norris to the line. No, this is Oscar. In the meantime, Norris has gone to the line. He's second fastest. Piastri as well. He replaces Norris as second fastest. Oh, geez. Who's this? Hadger to the line? Hadger goes sixth fastest. Hadger is a secondish down. Max to the line. Max is also a second down. So both Red Bulls are within the same pace of each other, and both McLarens are within half a tenth of each other. Piastri leads the two McLarens. Piastri is in P2. He's 2 tenths and 300ths down on Kimi. And Norris is about 3 tenths down on Kimi. It's gonna be a tight one, man. 6 minutes 45 left in the session. Kimi's in the pits, Ferraris are in the pits, Behrman and Russell are in the pits. The others have just finished their lap, so they need to do their in lap, and then they'll get into the pits. They will chuck on some what's it called, new tires. Maybe throw some fuel in, quality trim fuel, the bare minimum that you need to get your out lap done, your lap done, and your in lap done, and have some reserve for the FIA testing sample collections. Oh, with George being out, Kimi has been matching George, but I do think Kimi can be a soft target for the other teams. But I don't think Kimi is gonna let it go, man. Kimi has enough of a calm head on him to. I think they're putting hydraulic fluid in George's car. They're putting hydraulic liquid into George's car. Normally, it's the hydraulic fluid pump that goes on the side under the side port ducts. Change of wheel as well. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Huge concerns going on. Not sure. Even the commentators are just guessing what's going on. We won't know the exact problem that George has had until the end of the session, either in his interview or maybe after the broadcasting is done, when they are in the media pen and all this. That's when more information will definitely come out. Everyone is waiting. Everyone is just biding time for about a minute or so more, and then you're gonna have that stampede. I was saying, Kimi, he's slower than you'd put him as the second driver, right? When you have George. But with George maybe not in the mix for a shot at pole, Kimi is not going to throw it away. Kimi is going to throw everything he has at it. And are getting close. McLaren's are getting close. I think McLaren, the problem they're having is that they're not understanding the engine enough. And a point of that was made by, I think it was Andreas Stella. He was saying that they're not being given the full details of what they have, what package they have in that power unit. Yeah, the cars are out, Stampedes are out. One, two, three, four cars, five cars, six cars are leaving the pits. I think the more McLaren will understand the PU, the more of a challenge they can mount on Mercedes. Max goes out. Isaac Hedger goes out as well. Isaac is leading Max out. Who knows? Maybe Isaac, they might be using him for slipstream or something. Who knows? But for that, they would need to be on alternate laps. They're on the same lap. Let's see. Most likely they will just build up the gap on track. So it seems George's car might be ready. Everyone is standing by. Fastest cars, the fastest sectors have been set by one man, by one car and two men. Kimi has gone fastest in sector 1 and 2, and George has dominated sector 3. So 2 minute 24 to go. 2 minute 20 as Kimi crosses the line to open a lap, and George comes out. George is coming out. George is gonna have a crack at it. I said by 2 minutes you need to be on the track. They got out with about 10 or so more seconds in hand. Anyway, George is back out. Who knows? They probably just hit Control Alt Delete and reset the whole systems. They reset the whole computer systems. They put in George got a new steering as well, because the steering is such a key part now. That thing can also malfunction sometimes. Norris goes fastest of all in sector 1, but only by 8 thousandths of a second. Leclerc is at 10th down. Leclerc 10th down in sector 1. Antonelli, he's 400ths up, 4 milliseconds up on his own time. Kimi fastest of all in sector 2. He's just got a straight and a hairpin and then that final corner to go. Norris is there or thereabouts. Norris is there or thereabouts. Norris is hanging in. He's gone personal best in sector two. Norris. Leclerc's put in a purple sector two. He's how many? 600s down on Kimi. Kimi's kept it clean so far. Final corner coming up. Clean on entry, clean on exit. Push for the line. Oh, he has 132 flat. 132.06 for Kimi. Again, I'm saying it to two decimal places. Lando out the final corner. Lando to the line. 132.6. 5 tenths down. 5 tenths down, Norris. 5 tenths down. Who's next? Charles. Charles to the line. 132.4. Ooh, it's a front row for Charles. Front row, but it's not pole. He's about 3.5 tenths down on Kimi. Lewis to the line. 132.4. He's faster than Charles by just the skin of his teeth. But he's not on pole. He's not on pole. He's not on pole. Gasly to the line. He's 8 tenths down. I wasn't expecting him to go for pole. It's fine. Behrman goes seventh. He's oh, you are slow, Ollie Behrman. Checkered flag is out. Behrman was the first person to take the flag. Hadger through 16. Where does he go? 133.1. Nope. He's a second down. Max to the line. 133 flat. Nope. 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 Red Bulls are 7 and 8th. George is a 10th down. George with a 10th down can take P2. Oh, he's correcting through that long 10 13 onto the back straight. He had a lot of corrections that was going on. He should have lost lap time, I assume. Where is he going? Okay, he's kept it clean, no lockups. He's kept it clean. So is the exit into 16. On entry, he's fine. On exit, he keeps it tight. To the line, 132.2. It's Kimi's day. Kimi's on pole. Kimi's on pole. Kimi backs pole. Kimi backs pole. 2 tenths and 200ths and 2000ths of a second is by how much Kimi backs pole. Kimi just backed pole, man. George was under pressure. He only had one lap and he had to make it count. He's on the front row. He made it count, no doubt. The youngest pole sitter ever. Nice work, Kimi. That's Paul. Yeah, let's go. Woo. That's the radio message from Bono to Kimi. The youngest pole setter in Formula One history. That record was held by Sebastian Vettel for so long. Seb. Seb was a driver, man. Seb left too early, man. Seb should have stayed a year or two on, man. Anyway, we'll what's the word? We'll admire Seb another time. For now, let's just keep it here at Kimi. Kimi hooked up a phenomenal lap, man. He went faster than his first lap. Unfortunately, George couldn't get a banker lap, so we don't know if George went faster or slower. On his out lap, he had those problems. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, Kimi, Kimi, Kimi. So it's a lockout front row for Mercedes, lockout second row for Ferrari, I want to say. So lockout third row for McLaren, maybe as well. I'm just sticking with the broadcast. I'll go to the results in a bit. I just want to know if something goes up, if they say something, some information about what might have happened with George. They were putting some hydraulic fluid through the sides, so who knows? Although I assume that was hydraulic fluid. Generally, in the past, when uh, there have been active discussions on the radio and it has been broadcasted that it's hydraulic fluid, normally they do hook that hose up on the side pod. by the driver. So they hooked up a same kind of place. So I think it was hydraulic. I didn't hear the commentary. It seems that's it. Yeah, man, George, dude, George is so lucky he got a lap in, by the way, or else he was gonna start 10th. He was gonna end up P2 in the race, no doubt, but just for him to get a lap in, that was huge. That was huge. Why is no data available? No data available? Why? Why are you like this? So it turns out I cannot see the results. As it turns out, where's the leaderboard, man? Ah, finally. Dude, I swear these websites and these applications, just for some reason, I don't know what, but they're just so overcomplicated. There we go. We are on, right? It's visible. Oh yeah, it's visible. Kimi, Kimi bags his first pole, by the way, his first pole of his career, Formula One career. He's also the youngest pole sitter in Formula One history. George only got the one lap in because he had those issues, but what a lap he got in, man. He got a 1:32.2. What a lap, man. What a lap. On your first attempt, your one and only attempt in Q3 to go for pole. This run was going to decide your starting position for tomorrow, whether you were going to start 10th or better. And he's gone to the second best position, P2. So here's the problem now. Mercedes are 1 and 2. They've locked out the front row. Second row, though, both Ferraris. Now, with both Ferraris in 3 and 4, they both have a starting advantage off the line compared to the Mercedes, both of them, of Kimi and of George. Kimi though has really struggled off the line, so that'll be one to watch. I do think both Ferraris will lead into turn. I think it's turn 6. That first heavy braking after the exit of two. Because in Formula One, even the slightest kinks on a road is counted as turns for some reason. I don't know why. So I think it's turn 6 that is the next heavy braking zone after the exit of turn 2. So into turn 6, I do expect both Ferraris to be leading. By that time, both of them should be ahead. By the end of turn 1, both of them should be ahead. And into turn 1, one of them will definitely be ahead. That is my call. So row 3 is locked out by both McLarens of Oscar and Lando. In their first runs, they got close. I thought, ooh, is there a challenge? Will Mercedes not just run away with pole easily? Turned out that the McLarens ended up fading off, so not to be from them. Gasly's done well, P7. I'm not sure if he can maintain P7 though for the race, depending on Red Bull's race pace with the setting of the car that they have. Max and Isaac lock out half of the fourth row and half of the fifth row. They in eighth and ninth. Max and Isaac, that's where we stack up. This is not our track. Ollie Behrman, P10. I don't know, he was just so far off the pace. Or was that what we expected? What we expected, because he could get within 8 tenths, within 6 tenths, within 7 tenths of the lead uh, lap time. So I'm not sure what happened with Ollie. Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe it was the battery thing again. Who knows? Ollie rounds up the top 10. Nico Hulkenberg in 11th. Franco Colapinto in 12th. Esteban Ocon in 13th. Liam Lawson and Arvind Limlad had a terrible showing. Couldn't get not even one car into Q3. It's a tough weekend for Red Bull and the sister team. Also for Ford powertrain power units in general. It's been a tough weekend. Gabby brings up 16th. Carlos and Alex bring up 17 and 18. Fernando and Valtteri bring up 19 and 20, and Lance and Sergio Perez in 21st and 22nd. That has been qualifying. That has been the day today of Formula One. Tomorrow we have actually quite a lot. Uh, Tomorrow in the morning we have South Africa woman versus New Zealand woman. Then we have the race, and I think also during the race, uh, the T20 between South Africa men and New Zealand men is starting. So three activities we have going on tomorrow. The race I will definitely do with a watch along with the matches, with the cricket matches. The woman one I will not be doing a watch along. Maybe the men's one we'll see depending on when and how the GP ends tomorrow. So according to that, we will do the second live or not. But the main live for tomorrow is the GP. If we have time, if the second innings is maybe reached only the power play, then we will do another live, a separate live for cricket tomorrow. So for today, that has been all. Merck again, just miles ahead, man, just miles ahead. If George had that first banker and he got the second lap in, George would have been on pole by who knows how many. Who knows how many. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, like, subscribe, comment if you want. Comment either in the live chat or underneath the video. It's all your choice. If you are interested in Formula One, if you do play F1 Fantasy, my league, the link to my league is in the comment. No, it's in the description of this video. Do check it out. For someone who does not play F1 Fantasy, I'll have you know it's free, completely free, no money involved. It's just a fan engagement type of thing. So you can have a look at it. Just log on to the F1 website and then you can go into fantasy and gaming. I think it's somewhere around there. You'll find it. So do join along if you can. If you can't, then do join me for the live stream. Do like, do subscribe, comment if you want. It's your choice. I'll see you in the next one.